All right, Logan. Jake Epstein here. Got you set up and loaded in. Love the Rapsodo stuff here. So, going over just some basic things with the Rapsodo. Launch angle at 18 degrees, exit velocity for your age. That's really, really great. And when you have an exit velocity, kind of in the mid 80s there, you want your launch angle to be in this vicinity. Okay, so you really don't want too many balls over that you can help, like if you're training above, say, 32 degrees or so, because they're going to get caught. So you need to kind of live at this 15 to 25 range based on your exit velocity, and maybe even lower than that, just based on the level of competition, low line drives that'll get through the infield or even hard ground balls. But, when you start to get anything north of, say, 35 degrees with this exit velo, unless you're hitting balls, say, 95 miles an hour, that they're going to get caught. So you're living in a really good spot. Breaking down your mechanics, they're excellent. Okay, so that those mechanics that you have built in should set you up to live in that range. Okay, so just breaking this thing down. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, give us a better view. We might lose some of these, so let me kind of do that. See if we can still see some of those main metrics there. All right. So at heel plane here, so stride and rhythm look pretty good. Okay, you have a good, you have a little bit of a load right here into your back hip and knee, and then you stride forward, counter rotate your chest back, your knobs facing back behind your back foot. Okay, really good. Probably moving forward, I'd like you start to cheat on your back knee and shin a little bit more to make sure that we don't drift too much. Okay, and what I mean by that is when you land here, okay, and I draw a vertical line from your head, most guys are going to be kind of over their back hip flexor, so about 2 or 3 inches further back. What that will do is instead of your shin being on an angle like that, it'll be on an angle like this. You'll be able to push up and back through, okay? Very small detail, but I would like you in this position to be down here more with this one bent more, and then this knee, just will be back a couple more inches. And what that'll do is that's going to help your hips rotate sooner so they don't on that angle. So we don't have to work as hard if we start with it more on that angle. And again, we do that by sinking into the back knee and shin more. What that'll also do is, yes, we want the back foot to release because the knee's pulling it forward, but it doesn't need to move forward that much. Okay, so say that's 10 inches, maybe it moves forward 3 to 5 inches, something like that. So it's just going to make you stay behind the ball. It's not going to affect you on fastballs. It's not going to affect you on, one speed pitches, taking BP or, hitting off a fastball pitcher. But as soon as you have a guy that starts to mix, then what happens is it throws off our timing. It throws off our adjustability, to be able to keep our hands back a little bit more. So swing plane wise, pretty great. I know you hit this guy at 18 degrees. It looks like the ball is coming down at, say, close to 8 degrees. Your barrel, this is where I want guys to get on plane. If you get on plane, if your barrel hits the swing plane, the pitch plane before that, you probably dumped the barrel and went under the pitch plane. Now you're going to get to it. Notice how your barrel stays on that line, with pretty good extension. Okay, you probably stayed on plane to about here. That was your happy zone. Could we get a little bit more out of that? Possibly with a lower right arm extension point, but I'll tell you this is pretty darn good. Okay, this is right arm straight, barrel straight out the right arm, means there was no top hand manipulation, no flip, anything like that. I can still see your left arm, which means that, you didn't drop that left elbow. That will cause a wrist roll at contact, cause a lot of ground balls. I don't see any of that, meaning, you hit the ball, to hit the ball out in front and to hit it in the air, that's usually a pretty darn good sign. And then having, this is a very low spin rate, which is very conducive to an 18-degree launch angle. Once you get those balls a little higher, this is going to come up, maybe 3,000, something like that. We don't want to get too much. But backspin is a very good thing. The fact that your spin axis, I don't see a picture of it, but it's essentially saying it's, rotating, on the 11th hour, 12 minute, right? So it's pretty, it has a little bit of side spin, but it has really good backspin to it. Really anything in the 11, 12 o'clock hour is excellent. Will carry instead of taking away distance by hooking or slicing too much. So really good stuff here. I mean, this swing's gonna play against really any competition. That's what I like about it. You can jump in and face guys that are throwing really hard. That swing plane plays. If you're late, all of a sudden the guy's throwing 92 and you're 8, 10 inches late, boom, you can still shoot a ball to right field. That's what I love. You're not going to swing under and foul it off. And then if they bring in the left-hander that's maybe not throwing quite as hard and you're out in front by 4 or 5 inches, then boom, you can still stay on plane and not roll over a ball to the left side. So you're training the right way. The swing's in there. Now you just practice more. You get bigger and stronger, and you keep taking more swings to get comfortable, start to build aggression, and then start working on your plan, your approach.